I go to cut him off, I'm considered a deadly weapon. I may get sued, even though I'm right. I may accidentally kill him, which then I have to be in court. So he said, in 5 minutes, I'm free and clear, nothing happened. And that's what you want. You want nothing to happen. And you know what? The best way to do that is to avoid it first. And what's the first A? Awareness of where you are. Awareness means that you're sure that nothing can come at you. All right, now, being aware, I gave you guys a small handout, right? The criminal description sheet. The funny part about, and it's not funny obviously, but the funny part about all these descriptions is, oh my God, they sound like everybody we know, right? Man's 5'10", 200 pounds, looks like this, and you see the picture, and it's got this generic face, and you're thinking, that man will never get caught from that. You know, Son of Sam was a good one. For the older people in the room, Son of Sam in the 70s, we all remember, you know, he was going out shooting people, and that stupid sketch they had did not resemble this man at all. I mean, they would have gotten some poor schmuck in the street, and it was nothing that resembled him. So, the way that we use this, and this must be from the 70s too, because the guy in here is still wearing a cap. They use the word trousers, which I haven't heard anybody use in a long time, is how you describe a person, all right? Now, I'm going to ask you to turn around. I'll look at John for 5 seconds and then look away. John is right there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back. Look this way, don't look back. All right, now, John just ran in here, mugged him this time. You see, now you're the good guy, instead of bad guy. All right. And he ran out. All right, I want you all to tell me, how tall is John? Anybody yell at it? All right.
I would say about 6 feet.
Okay, how much did he weigh?
210.
Very good. What was he wearing?
Red shirt.
Ah, good. Stands out, right? Let me show you something. A lot of times the bad guys, what do? They wear a cap, hide their hair color, hide their face, do a little thing, right? Why I chose this particular color, besides it was free from Myers Rum, was that they do this. What else do? They do this. Now, what you thought was a guy with gray hair is some pink-haired fellow with sunglasses. What color were it? I don't know. You know, all I remember was this. And you know what? If they rob something, when they're running a block away, they do this. Now, all you remember is, there's a guy with a pink cap. I know it was you don't remember what I was wearing, the blue shirt. You don't know how tall I was. All you remember was sunglasses and a pink cap, which, as we all know, most people don't, but they do it for a reason. So the bad guys plan these things. The bad guys have a reason to do this, and they don't want to get caught. What all the cops tell me is they cannot believe the amount of effort that they put into like a bank robbery or a mugging or a planning a robbery, because they say if they spent half as much effort on a legitimate, endeavor, they'd be rich. You're right. And you know what? Bank robbery, as a perfect example, the minimum is 7 years. Most bank robbers get what? Let's say $5,000. Let's say $20,000. Divide that by 7 years, and that's $3,000. If I told you I'm going to send you to jail for $3,000 for a year, would you go?
No.
No. But yet, what do we hear just today? 250 bank robberies in the last 8 to 10 months. I'm thinking, are these people just stupid? But there's always somebody out there that's going to want to mug you, hurt you, and whatever. And with these assaults and these rapes, it's not even about money. It's about power, it's about whatever. They may just be out there. We don't know. We don't really care. What we want to know is how to stop, how to stop people from hurting you. Again, the 4 F's, the 4 A's. Also now, some moves, because a lot of times, what I said at the beginning here was, a lot of times, if you're in self-defense, everybody says, well, kick them in the, and, gouge their eyes out. And we never say that only because if you want to kick somebody, kick them in the knee. Your leg is lower, the shins hurt. If you ever walk in the middle of the night and hit your shin on a table, what happens? Do you walk around all happy? No, you're like, oh, son of a, and it stops. But I am not going to tell you kick up here, because if I do, I am putting you in danger. Because most of us cannot kick like that without putting ourselves out of balance, all right? And the gouging the eyes out, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to gouge somebody's eyes out because I'm not the bad guy. I am not there to gouge anybody's eyes out because I may not be sure of the intention of the attack. And besides, like I said, I won't even step on a spider. And you expect me, and most people will not be able to do that without so much hesitation that it will take away any assault capability that they have. So, what can you do? Come on, young lady. You have a very nice pink shirt on. I'm going to match it with this. Okay, now, she's here. What usually happens is a person pulls you into an alleyway, right? Or they're going to do something, right? So if I go to grab you, and I say, come with me, what are you going to do? She's going to come with me. Look at that. That was great. See what I mean? I mean, most people will not even... Right.
So I have to pull back.
Go ahead. See now what she did? Very common. See this? We're going out, just so you know. For some reason, every time I grab somebody, and it's not just you, they grab me back like that, which actually makes it harder for them, doesn't it? All right? So the first thing that you have to remember is, somebody's grabbing you, yeah, you're right. Pull. Go ahead. Keep pulling. You're doing good. Okay, good. All right? The reason I'm pulling her is because I'm stronger than her. I'll get back here. You didn't do it that easy. It's because... And by the way, I use humor only because it's such a damn serious subject that if you don't use humor, I'm going to be here like, you don't want to hear it. So, I use it for a reason. So she's pulling me, I'm pulling her, I'm going to win because that's the reason I picked on her, all right? Besides, you know, it's her, I just want to make sure that I'm going to win. So she's pulling, but she's using strength against strength. She's probably not going to win. How she wins is now grab me and you pull me into the alley. Go ahead, as hard as you can. That was good. Do it again. Hard, really hard. Come on,
Can
pull.
I use my other hand?
Sure, you can use two hands, as many as you want. Ready? Good. All right, do it again. Really hard now. You got me, okay? Ooh, sure, with my hand too. That was good. You see, what happens is everybody has a habit, and if you don't pull, what happens is I have a very strong grip, but no matter how strong my grip is, my thumb is not as strong as her wrist. Because see the size difference, all right? If she's going to pull against me, I'm going to win because I have a lot more strength in my arms. And even if I don't, I have surprise on my side, all right? So she's thinking, she's panicking, she's going like this, nothing's happening. She's going to kind of lose because I'm going to keep doing this. So what you do is, whenever anybody grabs you, you take your wrist, make a little fist. Fist, 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 good. Oh, by the way, she has nice nails. All right, you make a fist, and you pull against the person's weaker thumb. You do not pull this way because my four fingers will hold her. But you pull up. So, Bill, please. Thank you so much, by the way. Bill's a very strong man. He's big. He can hold me really tight. I'm in big trouble because no matter, you got me? As strong as you can? Okay. It doesn't matter how strong. I mean, I had guys that, ooh, damn, he's strong. All right. All right? But if you don't know, I mean, Bill will hold me in two hands. See what I mean? No, wait, that was good. Hold on. You know, now the thing is too, if you go too much, I could break his thumb, so you got to be careful. So if you ever practice this, you go like this and you tap the person should let go. So Bill's holding me as tight as he can. Damn, I can't win. That's pretty good. And you use your hesitation against him. The last part is if you really cannot get away and you're really, you know, not as strong, you got this other hand as you mentioned earlier, right? So you take this bone right here on the upper is weaker than the bottom bone. So what you do is you pull them down a little bit and you do that. And what happens is you may not have the wrist strength to do it, but you have certainly two arms against one person's fingers, and that'll work. So the first thing you do, you try that. Easy, thank you, Bill. He's killing me. Nice and easy. You pull like that, right, and you turn it. Or if you can, you use this hand and you push down real hard because then it puts them off balance. All right. That's the first thing. It's called a wrist break. And you don't want to break the wrist, but you're breaking away from a wrist grab, all right? That's the most common way that people will attack somebody. They'll pull them, and like you said, you know, what? You pulled me, I was coming, you know, because you don't even think about it. You don't think to fight back right away. You have to be taught. In the service, that's the first thing that they teach people is, you know, hand-to-hand combat, all of that. That's one of the first things, because if you can't get away, that's a problem. The second one is the most common. Let's see. You're walking and somebody sneaks up behind you. Now, if you're aware, like we said earlier, nobody should be sneaking up behind you. Sometimes it happens. All right, people are very quiet. But if a person grabs you from behind, Bill, I'm sorry, I'm going to use it again. You know? Now, most guys do not dress this well when they're attacking you. All right, just so you know. A person, grabs you from behind. That's good. No, a person grabs you from behind, just like he's doing. He's much bigger. He's taller than me. And they're pulling like that, can't use that word, but anyway, that guy in the elevator with the little old lady. You know, he's 6'2", she's 85 pounds, whatever the heck she was, she's 85 years old, and he had the nerve and to do this. What he did was he choked her. Even though she knew, she was in the elevator with him, and she knew something was up. She tried to get away, but her problem was she turned away from him and she walked away. She'd never have done that. She should have walked along the outside of the elevator so that he could not grab her from behind. So anyway, he did, and what did he do? He choked her, and he put her in a hold, and eventually he just knocked her unconscious, okay? The way to stop that is you grab this hand, and it's got to be quick. It can't just be like we're talking. He's got a very strong grip. Grab this, you turn your chin into this crook of the elbow, because no matter now what he does, it's going to hurt, but he's not choking me. My chin is stronger than his arm, okay? Now it's like this. Now he's doing this and that. Now, what he doesn't realize, Bill, is that where he is right now is dangerous for him too. Because if I know what I'm doing, I can do 1 of 3 things. First of all, what did I say about the shin before? I can give him a shot. Oh, wise guy, see? All right. I'm giving you a heads up, man. Okay. I can hurt him really badly that way, or I can just stay here and give him a shot right in the stomach, okay? Or if he's shorter, and his head is closer to my thing, I can do that, headbutt on TV. And the headbutt from behind is good for you because the back of your head is harder than his nose. So you can do 1 of 3 things. You do this, you do that, but you don't stop, all right? And you make sure that you're not being choked, because if you are, you panic. I know I panic if I can't breathe. So does everybody. So the way to do that is you got 3 ways to do it. And on the instep too, because if you do that on somebody's instep, let me tell you, they will. I wear steel-toed shoes, so that probably wouldn't work on me. And that's one of the other things that you have to remember. You do one thing, you do another thing, you do another thing. You keep doing them because that does not work. One more time. Now, don't hold me as hard this time. Sorry. That's what you get for coming late. All right. Person grabs you, and if you can, there's one other move which is pretty good. It's a little advanced, but as you have it like this, you grab his hand like this, you turn like this, and you do this. And then you just knock him like that, all right? It's fast, it works, and it's simple. All you're doing is you're stepping underneath, and you're doing to get away from. And now, again, I don't want you to fight him. Once you have him back here, once you have him back here, either knock him down or just push him away and run. There's one of the moves that works pretty easy, only in certain situations. If he's pretty tall, you can do this, you turn like this, and you do this, and you got the same problem.